Hello everyone, welcome in. Sammy, I see you're here checking in how many times I died. No need to call me out first thing in the stream, but welcome in. How is everyone? I'm having a day, I don't know, I mean, haven't been up to much. Cats have been up to nothing as well. We had a nice relaxed day, which is worrisome because it means now they're going to have a bunch of energy as I try to sit here and stream and focus on a game. But, we will have to make it work. And in the meantime, we will choose not to worry about it. Because if I do worry about it, I'm going to be even more distracted. So can you behave during stream today? And tell your brother who's right underneath my leg. I can feel him poking around. Yeah, okay. Well, I am back. I was not here on Tuesday because my internet went out. Oh, hello, Boulder. I was trying to tell everyone how we didn't have internet, and I had to use the mobile data just to scroll some internet on Tuesday. Yeah. We gonna boogie? Okay, I get it. Oh, you know what I don't have? My high quality, super fancy, and very expensive wrist support. Let me grab that real fast. There we are. Microfiber towel. What more do you need? Because honestly, it works just fine. Here. I just got to get this folded up real quick. Yeah, I don't bother with a nice fancy wrist brace when one of these towels does more than good enough. I just swap it out every now and then so it doesn't get too sweaty or gross. And I forgot that I did laundry yesterday and then grabbed it so I could just throw it in with the clothes that I was washing and didn't pull out a new one. And when I'm just, scrolling the internet or, watching other streams, stuff like that, watching anime, I don't really type a ton, so I don't really notice that it's not there. But if I'm going to sit here trying to play a game for several hours, I kind of need it. It'll be quite the hassle to do. So, I did try doing a zero death run yesterday during the day, and I have cat hair on my monitor that is distracting me. How could I not grab that somehow? There we go. Okay. So, I did only one attempt. I got about halfway through the game. That means the number's not actually 19. The number's 20. I did just completely forget to add the tick before I started stream. And it just occurred to me now. But either way, I am thinking that today is going to be the day. So, let me get you guys some gameplay, as I notice I'm already starting to click around in the game and you guys cannot see it or hear it. So, I got the new save slot open. You guys are going to want to hear the game, I assume. Music volume should be fine for you guys. If it's not, let me know. I can always adjust it on the fly. What about my volumes? Yeah, we're good. All that looks fine. Okay. I say we can just jump in. I don't have a whole lot going on. Don't have a whole lot to talk about or mention. So, I say we just start the game. We can always talk during the game. It's not like the personal conversations and fun facts and cheese lore disappear the second I start playing a game. What are you doing? Other than making a bunch of noise. Okay, fine. I'm gonna stop making noise the second I ask what you're doing and why you're making all that noise. I get it. I see how it is. I am so sick of this intro. I am so sick of this. But maybe, just maybe, we won't have to watch it again after today. I'm not going to say this run, because I normally screw up something stupid in the first run of the day. So I am going on the assumption that this is going to be kind of a short run, and then the next run, we're going to get it. Like, you gotta let the brain cell wake itself up, and it doesn't always happen right away. It more often than not takes a good several hours. Not to mention streamnesia is real, and my brain turns off the second I turn on the stream. So it doesn't matter how much I try and plan for what I'm going to talk about, and when I get to say hello to all of you once I start stream. Second I hit go live, every thought I had prepared disappears from my memory. Like, I'll literally be like going throughout my day and I'll be like, oh, this would be like a good thing to talk about and mention on stream, and then I hit go live and I'm like, I don't remember what I did today. Don't ask if I ate anything. Maybe, I think so. I don't know. I didn't lay in bed all day, so surely food had to have happened at some point, right? But I could not for the life of me tell you. So yeah, I'm not sure why that is. I know other people complain about it happening too, and that's why it kind of has a whole little name, being streamnesia. But the brain just completely turns off the second I turn on stream. Cannot explain for the life of me anything that's happened since I last streamed, which would have been Saturday. I know I did stuff. Went to the gym. Did not go grocery shopping. I don't need... Well, I'm gonna need groceries here soon. Because at this point, I only have, like, rice and pasta. I don't even have pasta. No, I do have pasta sauce. I have some Alfredo sauce. But I don't have, like, a protein to go with it. So I would just be eating pasta. Actually, no, because I have, like, the chicken patties that I could use for, like, sandwiches. But I don't have any buns to do, like, the chicken sandwiches. So I've just been eating them with ramen. I don't know. It's something. It adds protein to my meal. It's not the most professional or put together meal, but just throw one of those bad boys in the microwave so it's not frozen anymore. Chop it into some sticks, slap it on top of a bowl of ramen. It's not a bad meal. And a pretty cheap one, because I do need to be saving money here. Can't be getting too reckless with my expenses. Because God forbid I actually get the full amount that unemployment is, rather than them having to tax it. That's better than what I do. I'll sometimes eat the chicken like they're cookies. I've done that in the past. I've treated them as just large chicken nuggets. Yeah, James, because I had to move every 3 months, when I was at school, I would, not want to bring a bunch of food with me. So the last, 2 weeks of the school semester was just me making sure I ate everything that I had. That way I wouldn't have to take it with me. But that led to some very, very strange meals and some just rather absurd combinations of stuff. But yeah, there was definitely a couple times where I had either hamburger patties or chicken, breaded chicken patties, but no buns or anything. And I was like, well, I don't want to buy buns because then I'm gonna have too many. So I would just cook the patty and then have the patty either as a steak. If it was a hamburger, I would just pretend it was a steak and call it good. Or if it was the chicken patties, I would just pretend they're giant chicken nuggets. Or I've used them for like chicken parm, because that's just dumb easy to do. The problem is I didn't have like marinara sauce or like pasta sauce or anything. I had barbecue sauce that I needed to use up. So I just made the chicken patty, slathered a bunch of barbecue sauce on top of it, and went, there's a meal. And that's not even the worst combination I've made. Alright, let's not die. Yeah, James, how are you today? How's work? Are you having fun? Are you eating real meals these days? Because I'm not doing either of those. No job, so I can't talk about work. My meals have been sporadic at best. But, you know, I'm surviving. I'm making it through it. We'll be okay. I can't even talk about like the job search and hunting for jobs because I haven't bothered doing that either. Unless you work with the Illinois Department of Income Security, in that case, I am very actively looking for work and trying my hardest to get a job. Just got to throw that disclaimer out there. I'm doing good, little brain dead because I've been writing a MATLAB program all week. Oh yeah. Yeah. That would torch the brain. Reverted back to the old meal plans. Are you doing the 2 Cliff Bar meals again? Because I don't drag you to the cafeteria every day. Is that what you're saying? Yup. I knew it. In a couple months, you're gonna get Andrew back, and then you guys can go to the cafeteria together. But I guess in the meantime, you're gonna be enjoying a nice little diet. And meanwhile, if I eat 2 meals a day, it's because I was awake longer than like 20 hours. Like I tend to eat once and then maybe have a little snack or something. But that's fairly irregular. Or like today I was feeling fancy. So I bought a Gatorade from the gas station. I know, I'm a big spender, you know, baller type now with my little bit of Gatorade that I had today. And then I did make a lunch. You could watch him eat raw broccoli for lunch. That was awful. Like, he didn't even have anything with it. He just had broccoli as his, like, main course. I was appalled by that man for a while. Luckily, we managed to bring him back. We got him eating real food. Like blue cheese in a tortilla. Yeah, I've never seen that before. I've seen like veggie like dishes and trays, but there's always like a dip or something to go with it. And like I know broccoli will be on those, but I have never once seen a man take out a little like thing of Tupperware with raw broccoli in it and then just eat the broccoli without putting anything on it, doing nothing to it. Like wasn't cooked. Nothing. I found that very strange, and I was a bit uncomfortable about it. So instead, we just peer pressured him into eating at the cafeteria with us, and it went well. Oh well. Oh well. You win some, you lose some, I guess, right? In the meantime, we can, I haven't even seen Andrew at the gym lately because I've been going earlier in the day. Like, I went to the gym, yesterday morning and I got there at like 11, 11:30 a.m. So he was at work. He was not there. Which is kind of unfortunate, because it means I don't get to bully him. And I need to bully him again. It's been a while. Maybe I go to the gym in the evening. Actually, no. Tomorrow he's not going to be there. He doesn't go on Fridays. So it'd have to be like next week, Monday. I could go and bully him. Like, that's a possibility. Or if he bothered to show up and, you know, chat. I know he'll watch the stream occasionally, but he's never sent messages in chat, so it's not the same if he can't defend, like, attempts to defend himself, just so I can bully him more about it. I think he likes the attention. It's just more fun when he tries to defend himself, and then I can make fun of him defending himself. If he can't defend himself, it's just a quick, you know, cheap shot and nothing else. Otherwise, it's actually mean. Maybe one of these days I'll get him. I also haven't talked to him in a little while. Should send him a text. I talk to you here, James. I see Oblivion on Discord every now and then, and I'll text him here and there. Yeah, haven't heard anything from anyone else, which is kind of unsurprising, seeing how few people had my number. I kind of just, you know, vanished into the sunset, and we don't worry about it. It's all good. I haven't seen Andrew for a while. Yeah, because you go to a different gym. So, what can you do? I only see him at the gym when I happen to be there at the right time of day, on the right day that he's there. And even then, it's only like a 50 to 75% chance he's going to be there. Because oftentimes I'll see like the rest of that, you know, group that works out together, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, Andrew's not coming today. He's going rock climbing with his guitar, like, teacher." Like I was like, "What?" Like, it's just a bunch of things, which, you know, good for him for, you know, staying busy, but it also means that he's very unpredictable when I'm trying to just run into him naturally. Because, like, it's one thing to text your friend. It's another thing to talk to them in person. And I try to get the IRL here and there. And since I don't really leave my apartment for anything other than, like, buying food and drink and going to the gym, because, you know, I gotta save money, it's not a very common thing that I run into people. So, yeah. Like, if I didn't go to the gym and I only ate the food that I have, like, in my apartment, I could so, like, I never have to leave my house, I could probably go almost a week. Thought I was a bit early there. Yeah, I could probably go a week without seeing another human being unless I look out my window. And even then, I don't tend to just, you know, sit staring out my window, because as much as I enjoy nature and the fact that my backyard is not someone else's house, I know it's a golf course and people are going to be walking around back there, so I feel like it's a little weird if I just sit there staring at them. So instead, I sit here and stare at my computer and look at the real world through here, because that's the healthy equivalent, surely. I didn't ask for that, Lana, but okay. And besides, who needs real human interaction when you can just talk to the silly internet people? Surely you guys are real and not a figment of my imagination or anything else. Like, couldn't be. It's preposterous that someone would even suggest that. Alright. Makes sense. That way you can also blue light filter the real world. Honestly, even though these glasses do not have a blue light filter in them, my monitors, I don't have any kind of blue light settings on them, but I could. And that's kind of cool, I guess. Because I know when I went to get these glasses, like, because I'm on my parents' health insurance, I kind of have to, you know, adhere to the health insurance rules. And unless I want to pay out of pocket. I am not a rich boy, especially right now. So I go by whatever is the free option. In which case, I don't have the transition lenses. I don't have the blue light filter. I do have like the anti-glare whatever, because it's part of my like prescription to have like the non like lens flare glare whatever it is. Because I don't fully have like astigmatism, but I'm kind of close to having one. So part of my prescription is that like anti-glare whatever. So I get that at least. But the rest of it is not covered as part of my like eye plan. So I have to pay out of pocket if I want that stuff. And I didn't feel like paying for it. My parents didn't feel like paying for it. Therefore, I don't have it. So I only kind of can see most of the time. Also, I haven't had like an eye exam in over a year at this point. It's been like almost a year and a half. So realistically, I'm due for one. The thing is, because I don't live where my parents live, I don't know if I can just go to like an eye doctor here and be able to get an eye exam and have them accept the health insurance and whatnot. So I might have to go home to do an eye exam. And if I go home to do an eye exam and then have to get I get a new prescription and new glasses, that means I have to be home long enough for the new glasses to come in. Otherwise, they're going to come in and be 500 miles away where I don't have them. And I don't think my parents would trust trying to ship glasses through the mail. Because they're kind of fragile. Which would mean you need to use a box. And that box is a lot more expensive than an envelope to mail. So it would be a bit of a hassle. So unless I go home for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I don't really think there's a window for me to be able to do an eye exam and get new glasses. So I'm going to be stuck only sort of able to see until I get this sorted. Oh, it's the scary jump. I do not like that jump one bit. But then again, I also went like years of my life where I probably should have had glasses, but didn't bother getting an eye exam because I never failed like the one you do for your license. So what was the where was the problem, you know? Like it's fine. Like it wasn't until I was that must have been when I was 22. Yeah, it would have been when I was 22. I went to get my license renewed. And when I went to get my license renewed, they make you do the little, like, eye test, whatever. At, like, the Secretary of State, like, the DMV, like, you have to go and you just put your head on the little box and they ask you to, like, say what direction the E's are pointing. Like, this is not a full eye exam. It's just that quick little one, and I went to do that, and the woman, like, so, like, I go through it, I'm, like, left, right, up, left, up, down, and then the woman goes, "Do you wear glasses?" And I go, "No." And she goes, "Huh, maybe you should." And I was like, "Oh, okay. So did I fail that? Like, can I still get my license?" She goes, "Oh no, you're gonna get your license. Don't worry about that. But maybe schedule an eye exam. You know, let someone who actually knows what's going on, you know, tell you if you really need glasses." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I went home that day, and I, like, while I was eating dinner with my family, I told that story that, you know, the random woman at the Secretary of State told me maybe I should go get an eye exam, and I was like, okay. So my mom was like, your brother actually was about to cancel an eye exam that he's supposed to do because he's not free for it or whatever. So there's going to be an opening in 2 days if you want it. So I'll cancel that appointment, wait like 4 or 5 minutes for it to update in their system, and then you can just grab that spot. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll do that. And then in the meantime, what do I do? And my mom was like, nothing. You just carry on with your day. And I was like, okay. I guess that's fine. Oh, there. I almost jumped the gun there. So then I get the eye exam done, and I was like, and the like eye doctor that I went to was like, "Have you never worn glasses before in your life?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Makes sense. Your prescription is so weak that you could basically go to a gas station and buy a pair of readers, and they will be just fine for you." And I was like, "Oh. So, am I getting glasses then?" And he was like, "Yeah, like, here's the prescription. If you take this out, like, well, I'll take this out to the front desk, like, assistant, clerk, whatever, and you can pick out some, like, frames that you like." And I was like, okay, cool. So then I went and, like, got the glasses, whatever. I brought them, like, and then I didn't get them for like 3 days. And then once I got the glasses back, I went and picked them up. Wore them to work that day. Like, I picked them up in the morning on my way to work. And then I just went in, like, a little later that morning. And when I get to work, my coworkers were like, "Since when do you have glasses?" And I was like, "Since about 30 minutes ago." And they go, "Oh, like, you just got them?" I was like, "Yeah, like, I've never worn glasses before other than, like, when I would steal my friends or something, then, like, wear them, like, just to see what it was like, and if I could, you know, actually have the patience to keep glasses on my face." So I get to work, like, they're like, "Oh, can I see them real fast? Like, do you know what your prescription is?" And I'm like, "Oh, fucking no." I didn't bother reading that paper. I just picked out the frames, showed up when they said they arrived, and that's... You are an idiot, knocking everything over. Where did that go? My idiot cat has decided that he wants to fall off of the dresser and take everything that was on the dresser with him. So thanks for that. Yeah, then my coworkers are like looking at my glasses, and they like, my one coworker like took her glasses off and was like just kind of like looking at like across like the like restaurant we were at, because we were having lunch at that point. And she was like just trying to read something or whatever to like see how clear it was, and then she put my glasses on and just goes, "I can't tell a difference." The definition of graceful. Oh yeah, this idiot. Yeah, you are beauty, you are grace, and you just fell on your face. It was kind of funny. Not the part where you knocked everything down, and now I have a mess that I'm going to need to clean up, but thank you for that. Idiot. Yeah, so like my glasses, the first year I had them, most people couldn't even tell that there was a difference. When I was wearing them, I'd be driving down the road, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can read the street signs from like more than across the road at this point. Like, I don't have to be at the intersection to read what the intersection like street name is. I was like, this is cool. I didn't realize your vision was supposed to be like that. Hey, you. Don't you dare. You are not going on the monitors. Yeah. Alright. Let's pet the cat that isn't misbehaving. Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, and then I got my second pair of glasses a year later when I did like my annual eye exam. And then these are my second. Are these my second? Yeah, these are my second pair of glasses. I was supposed to do the third eye inspection, but that is when I moved. So I canceled the appointment and haven't gone back. Oops. And now I've lived here for a little over a year. It's probably fine. Give me 1 second here, James. I'll read that message. I just need to make these jumps and not die. I met a guy who had glasses that had 3/8 of an inch lens in them. Yeah, so if you have standard like actual glasses, they can get very thick very quickly. But if you have like plastic lenses like I have, like they can keep them super skinny. So I don't know how thick my glasses would actually be, but like they're fairly thin. And not the cleanest right now, so don't look too closely at them. But we're not gonna worry about that. Stop. Okay. Yeah, I know someone who's legally blind. Like when I was in high school, there was a kid in my grade who was legally blind and still had his driver's license. And I'm like, that is slightly terrifying. Like, I'm not trying to, like, I'm by no means trying to make fun of this guy, but like when he would like get like worksheets and papers and stuff, like he didn't get like the regular like 8.5 by 11. He had like 4x size like paper handed to him, and everything was 4x the size so that he could actually read it. Still had a driver's license. Like, sure, the cars are pretty big, but like, ain't no way that man was able to read a road sign. There's no way he knew how fast the speed limits of roads were unless he asked or had someone tell him. But I guess at the end of the day, he hasn't, at least not that I've heard of him crashing, so clearly it's working out to some extent. I did not know the plastic could help keep them thinner. Yeah, so when you're doing like regular glass lenses, the reason they get so thick is because you actually need to like change the shape of the outer edge on both of them. Whereas with plastic, you can, like, I don't know exactly how they do it, but essentially the plastic is like stretched or pressed thinner together, so like the actual like crystalline structure of the plastic is either stretched or pressed, rather than having to change the overall like thickness of the material. I don't know how it works in the slightest. All I know is when I put these on my face, I can read a road sign. That said, my vision still isn't that bad, so I often go extended periods of time not wearing my glasses. Like, I'll literally just forget to put them on and go about my entire day. like since I haven't had a job, I only have put on my glasses when I'm doing like content creation stuff, just to keep the consistency of me wearing the glasses every time. Like when I've been going about my regular day, don't wear my glasses. Or when I would go to the gym, didn't have my glasses on, especially if I was riding my motorcycle, because it's a bit of a hassle to put on the helmet and then get the glasses on. So whenever I ride my motorcycle, I just don't bother with the glasses, because it's not like I can look at and read a GPS, so I don't really need to look at and read the road signs and know like, oh, I'm turning on this road, I'm turning on that road. So when I'm on my motorcycle, I'm just confidently guessing. Like obviously I can see the road and like I'm not blind. But if I'm trying to find my way to somewhere, I'm either going to a location I already know where it is, or I looked at a map on my phone and have just been guessing since then. Before I left, I'll look at my phone and be like, okay, I need to go down this road, turn onto this road, turn onto this road, and then it's going to be on my right. And then I just hope I get it right. And if I don't, I just start wandering around. Or I'll have to like pull over and get my phone out and check and verify like where I'm going and reset my whole, you know, internal head GPS thing to try and figure life out again. So I don't know. Have I gotten lost on my bike before? Yeah, I've made a few wrong turns, but I've always managed to be able to find my way back to where I was going. Or back home. Like when I did, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will have seen some of the pictures from when I went into the downtown area near me and took pictures. Yeah, I had to do that ride off of a confident guess. I was like, I know roughly where downtown is, so I'm just going to assume I'm going the right direction. Ho, that scared me. Oh, I got very scared there. Okay. Onwards and upwards. No dying today. But yeah, so my first phone had a GPS that was accurate within 5 miles. Yeah, so technically it wasn't my phone. My family had like a kid's phone, and that phone had like a very primitive GPS. Like it was not a smartphone. It was a slide phone that you could like text and make calls with. And we would get like the phone if we were going out with friends or like being away from our parents. They would give us the one phone. So it was never like this is your phone. So it had a very primitive version of a GPS, but we weren't old enough to actually drive at that point. Like this is when I was in like 6th, 7th grade. Maybe 5th grade is when we first got it. Either way, like I was little. Did not have to worry about driving, so my parents were not concerned about the GPS on that thing. As long as it was able to send a text. If you looked at the contacts of that phone, it was my mom, my dad, our house phone. And then like, I think my sister had like 2 of her best friends' numbers saved, and I had like my best friend's number saved. But on the whole, the texts were purely between family members, like coordinating, like, can you come pick us up? Like the movie's over. Stuff like that. And then when my first actual phone was an iPhone, in which case the GPS was good enough. Because my first phone was an iPhone 4S. So at that point, they had kind of figured out how GPSs work and gotten them pretty accurate. I want to say I got my first phone when I was 18 or 19. Yeah. So I got my first phone when I started high school, and it wasn't even right when I started high school. I went like a month and a half, 2 months into high school before I got my first phone. And that was embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not one to be bothered easily by stuff, but like, I had just started at this school, switching from private to public. So everyone kind of already knew each other for the most part. And I was like truly like the new kid. And people would meet me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, what's your number? Like, we can talk and hang out, and like I can let you know like stuff." Or like I had like a mentor who was supposed to like help me with the adjustment to high school, like that whole thing. Mentor asks, "What's my phone number?" And I had to look her dead in the eye and be like, "I don't have a cell phone." And she was like, "Oh."
Hola.
And I was like, "Yeah, so I currently have this one, but I have to give it back to my parents once I get home. So if you want to give me your number, you can, but like, don't expect me to be able to talk to you. Like, my parents keep that thing." And then it was the day of the homecoming game, my freshman year of high school, that my parents gave me a phone. And I forget why exactly, but that day we had no school. It was like a Friday and there was just no school. But my mom still had to work. My like younger siblings who didn't go to my high school had to go to school. My dad went to work because this was before, like long before the pandemic and work from home being like a common thing. So it was just me and my sister, and my sister was up and out of the house. I want to say she was hanging out with like some friends or something. Like, it wasn't like unexpected, but like she was out of the house. And then I came home. No, you need to pop a squat. Like, I like got up, like came downstairs into the kitchen, and there was just a phone on the counter, and I was like, "What's this?" So I look at it, and there was a sticky note from my mom, and it was like, "Yeah, I know I took away your iPod like over a year ago at this point. I don't know where it is. I hope this makes up for it." And it was a cell phone, and I'm like, "That's cool. What the hell is my number?" And then I found out my mom had actually upgraded like the kid's phone, and in the upgrade it became my phone, and then we no longer had a kid's phone. And then it was just kind of like a thing that like you'll get your first phone when you get to high school. And my parents stuck with that for one whole kid, and then the last two had a phone by like 6th grade or something, 7th grade. So I don't know. It worked out in the end. I eventually got a phone.
Hola, muy.
But yeah, that was very embarrassing for me to get to high school and have people like asking for my number so that like we can be friends. And I'd be like, "I actually don't have a phone, but if you want to write down your number in this notebook, once I get a phone, maybe soon, I can text you." Unsurprisingly, I have not heard from any of those people since that like interaction, unless like we happen to be in class together, and then we would maybe sometimes have a conversation in class. And then my mom questions why I had pretty much no friends in high school, and I'm like, bit of a mystery there. Wasn't able to talk to anyone outside of my classes, so kind of hard to make friends at that point.
Hola, muy.
Which led to me eating alone at lunch and not developing friendships further. So, oh well. It happens. And now at this point, I talk to literally one person from my high school. Meh. Try going to college classes and telling classmates you don't have a phone. Yeah. I assume it was very much the same, James. Oh, wait, where am I? Okay, I see where I am. Okay, sent him that way. Run, you little bastard. There we go. Nobody believed me. No one believed me either. They're like, what do you mean you don't have a phone? And I'm like, I don't have a phone. Do you want to search my backpack? And they're like, oh, do your parents just not let you bring it to school? And I'm like, no, I literally don't have one. Like, a phone. I do not have a phone. And they're like, do you just not know your number because you got a new one? And I'm like, no, I literally do not have a phone. And I mean that in the most truthful and honest way. But, you know, I made it out eventually. And there wasn't even like a really good reason why I didn't have a phone. Like, I get when like you're really little, and like granted this was also 10 years ago, more than that. So like, obviously technology was around, but we were nowhere near as connected as we are today. So, like, I get that like smartphones weren't really a thing, and there wasn't a huge online just natural presence from like work from home and COVID and all that, but like realistically there's no reason why I couldn't have like a slide phone. And like the kid's phone that eventually became mine, it had unlimited texting, it had unlimited calls, it had unlimited internet. Now granted, the internet was awful just because the internet browser and whatever, like the phone was not designed to be a smartphone, so it could just barely connect to the internet, and that was about it. The only thing the internet was really good for was if you were trying to like download a mobile game, and even then the games were tragic. Like, this wasn't like a normal touchscreen like on a phone. Like a normal touchscreen like this where it uses glass. It was a pressure like style touchscreen. So instead there's like two pieces of like plastic, and when you push them together it creates a contact, and that's how it would know where you were pushing on the screen, which meant it was incredibly inaccurate. Especially like if you were slightly off, it would have like you could be way off. It was not even funny. So yeah, trying to play a game on that phone, tragic. Trying to scroll the internet on that phone, also tragic. But because my parents had Blackberries, the plan that they like the cell plan they got was based on having a Blackberry. So they got like the unlimited everything plan because that was like the new hot deal. And back then, unlimited data meant they expected you to use like maybe 20 megabytes between like the four phones that were on the plan, because it was my mom, my dad, my sister had a phone at that point, and then the kid's phone. So they expected about 10, maybe 20 megabytes of data across those four phones. And we still have that exact same cell service plan. And the reason we still have it is because none of our phone, like all of our phones are not eligible for upgrade at the same time. So they can't cancel the plan on us if they tried. Mine was a doing. I was able to get out of having to have a phone for the first few semesters of college. I would just borrow my older brother's phone. Yeah, so like, obviously, when I was little, 9 times out of 10, I was with my parents. So it wasn't a big deal at all that I didn't have my own phone. Or I was with my sister, who had got a phone when she started high school. Or that's when my parents would finally give me the kid's phone. And I was like, okay, cool. I will enjoy having the kid's phone for the next 3 hours. But then kind of at the end of the day, it was like, you still didn't have a phone. So the second I didn't see someone in person, I didn't talk to them. And that is still very much kind of my lifestyle today, where like, if I see you in person, or I like am interacting with you in person and having a conversation, perfectly normal with that. Absolutely fine with it. Oh, I didn't mean to send him through. Yep, undo. But if you're looking at me like trying to start a phone text conversation, like if we're not actively having a conversation, there's pretty much a 90% chance that I am not going to start a conversation with you unless I like actually need something. Or if it's like you told me to text you for XYZ like on this day and time. Like I just never learned how to start conversations and have conversations and be friends with people purely through the internet until I had Discord. And then it was like, it doesn't matter what you're up to. You send the message anyway, and whoever's online will see it. Like, if we're still talking about, like, direct messages and, like, stuff like that, I am still very bad about starting conversations with people and not feeling like it's awkward. Which is also, I think, part of the reason why once I hit go live, I have no clue what to say. Because, like, we're not already having a conversation. There's not already a thought process that's being had. So how do I start a conversation? And then I just have very awkward small talk with myself for the first couple minutes while everyone shows up. Which, like, that's fine and all, but also, I don't know. I feel like I could do much better at the very beginning of my streams and my just chattings and saying hello to people, but I don't know how to start a conversation. Maybe one day I'll figure it out, but in the meantime, no need to worry. Yep. Nope, that one's not the one you duck. Up we go. It looks like we're about 4 minutes away from ads, so be warned, everyone. If there's a specific part you want to make sure you don't miss, let me know. I'll try and remind you guys as we get a bit closer as well, but I might forget. The ads are purely to disable pre-rolls. I am not interested in actually making ad revenue off Twitch. It's abysmal. I get pennies, if even. So that one's there. That one's there, I believe. This one I gotta move to here. And then this is the one that I can actually check easily. Okay, gotta move that one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want to see the ends. Don't when you don't die and complete this challenge. Okay. Yeah, we are hopefully going to be there real soon. And when I have played offline, like not live, I have been recording. I let go of the rope too early, I'm a fool. Oh, I'm a fool. There we go. As long as ads don't play for that part. James, we got 2 hours to go. We are not at the end yet. We got plenty of time. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Ugh. At least we got our little mind control orb. Unless you become a speedrunner. There's still like 10 minutes worth of cutscenes. And there's only 1:30 till the ads at this point. So like, Even if we're only looking at cutscenes,
Hello,
we're
muy.
still not going to finish the game before the ads end. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I got scared. I got real scared.
Muy.
This is the scary drop. Okay, I'm alive. Also, I've been looking at other people's streams. It looks like they can see that much better than I can. So, like, do they have their brightness turned up higher than mine is for the game? I didn't adjust the brightness. Like, I can't tell if they, like, turned up the brightness on the intention of you guys being able to see better. Because, like, I know during some of these darker scenes, it's really hard to see. It can, like, it can be a bit hard to see what's going on. But I don't think it's that bad that I would need to jack the brightness up a bunch. Like, I could.
Pamaki. Hello.
But I don't think it's, like I said, I don't think it's that dark. Other than that one drop where you don't see yourself and you have to just hope you got it.
Pamaki.
Oh well.
Hello.
Let's pull this bad boy out. I freaking hate this jump. It's such a small window. This one's not much better. Like, jump too early, you're not high enough to be able to catch the edge, and then you just fly past it. Jump too late, and you're too far underneath it, and you can't catch it. Okay, he is coming. I got confused there for a second. I got real confused for half a second. Right. That one you don't have to worry about jumping at the end. I forgot. Oops. Not the biggest of deals. Alright. It would also probably help if I just dropped my mic a little bit. That way I could see the bottom of my screen a bit better. But now now it's not level, so I gotta fix this now. It's a whole process. Come here. Yep, okay, loosen that up. We'll tighten this up. There we are. Oh, look at that. Still can't see myself. There's a tree in the way. Oh, well. Is this the jump I was thinking about? This might be the one I was thinking about. Yeah. Yeah, if you mess up that jump. We're back from ads. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything too fancy or too important. It was a bunch of nothing.
Pamaki.
No deaths, no shrines, no close calls. I did yawn once. If that's excitement for you guys, then unfortunately you did miss that one. You missed a cutscene. You did. We yelled out Elo's name. Surprise, surprise, she's not here. So that's a bummer.
Hola.
But I guess at the end of the day, it don't really matter. It was one of those useless cutscenes that I really do not enjoy, and I think is just kind of a hindrance. How will I ever know the plot now? You might never. Okay. There is a shrine over here, though. Which means I gotta go get this bad boy. Alright. Pick that up. Also, how come Mui can make the jump up here, but can't make the jump over to the other platform? Wait for this to move. And safely drop down. Like, yeah, it's a bit longer, but... I wonder what AI would say the plot to this game is. I don't know.
Hola, Mui.
Could not tell you.
Ima.
I know what the description of this game is from its little Steam description. And when I say I know what it is, I mean I could look it up. And in the meantime, we don't worry about it. Yeah, I know at the bottom of all of my YouTube videos in the description, the bottom of the description is the Steam description of the game. Why? Keywords. It helps add them in. Gives a good little description. I'll have to ask Minion tomorrow. He has an AI thing on his phone. I mean, you could just ask ChatGPT. It is free to use. It won't be the most up to date, in which case the game will not be officially released. Because if the data that ChatGPT is using knows that the game has been released, it's just gonna grab the description of the game. But that's no fun, right? Also, where is Minion? He's been busy during the streams, it seems. I know his semester ended. And I know he was his back was hurting for a bit there. But I think he's all better now, so hopefully we can see him around again real soon. Wait for it. Yep. And now, because we're playing it safe, we're gonna pop a squat. I think that, yeah, he was doing physical therapy at one point as well. Yep. Very good, very good, very good. Run. Ah. Alright, I'm safe. I gotta wait to rescue my cat. We're almost there. Not yet. Now. Alright. Yep. Use that. Okay, now I think we're about an hour into stream, because I did have some just chatting there at the beginning. So I think at this point now we're an hour into the game, in which case we're about 1/3 of the way done. This one's just back into the cave, no jump required, but I like to jump anyway. It's fun, you know? Gives you something to do. Oh yeah, this isn't the cave. This is when you're at the jungle, which isn't a cave. But also you just slid into a cave. I don't know how it works. Okay. It's the jungle mines. It must be. Could not tell you what else it would be. But it means that Mui is going to be a spoiled brat here real soon. Oh well. Look at that. It's like I know the game. Ooh boy. Okay, everyone. Who do we think's gonna give up first? Mui and his stubbornness for water, or me and my determination to not lose my sanity while playing this game? Take your guesses. Put your predictions in the chat. Let me know. What do you think's gonna break first? Mui's stubbornness against water, or my sanity? I'll be honest, it's a bit of a toss-up, which one's gonna go first. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now I gotta get out. Point to it. Tell Mui to get on. What else we got going on? The weather is warm. It's actually kind of overcast and a bit hazy. Is there fog coming in? Are there storms coming in? I don't know. I don't really check the weather. The only time I peek at the weather is when I want to take my bike somewhere, in which case I'm not looking at like the 3-day or the 7-day or any of that. I'm looking at what the current weather is. Is it going to rain in the next like hour and a half or 2 hours? If it's not going to rain in that little window, I don't worry about it. The weather will be good enough for me to sit in an apartment. No need to think about what I'm gonna wear, because the outfits don't really switch up. I've got my at the apartment athletic shorts and my at the gym athletic shorts. The only difference between them is the at the apartment athletic shorts are a bit older and more worn out. So the at the gym ones are the newer, nicer ones that don't have like holes in them or the pockets starting to rip too much, or the elastic that has completely lost its elasticity, and the only way that the shorts stay on is because I use the pull string, like the actual string, to tie them onto me. Whereas the gym shorts, like the at the gym athletic shorts, those ones are just fine. Those ones are just dandy. Like the athletic shorts I have right now, I want to say I got when I was in like 7th or 8th grade. So that would have been 9-10 years ago. Like they were kind of big at the time. Now they fit just about right, because the elastic and everything has stretched to the point that it's not tight. So despite the fact I've gained about 4 or 5 inches in my waist, still fits like a glove. It's a dream. That said, I do not wear these shorts. Do not get worn out of the house. Or if I am gonna wear these shorts out of the house, I am not getting out of my car. I'm hitting up like a drive-through, or at the very most going into a gas station. Like they don't have holes in them or anything, but like you can tell they're older, more worn out shorts. Like I would be embarrassed to wear these into a Walmart, and that's saying something. All right. Like, it's been a long time since I've gotten rid of a pair of athletic shorts. They just get demoted to pajamas. And my collection of pajama athletic shorts is growing by the year. I want to say I added 2 more into this category within the past year since I moved here. Yep, go ahead, drop down. And that means I need to start buying new athletic shorts so that I can, you know, go to the gym and have more than 3 pairs of athletic shorts that I'm willing to wear in public. So, kind of need a job so I can afford athletic shorts. Oh well. To be fair, I don't go to the gym more than 3 times in a week anyway, so like it's not that big of a deal. But I'd kind of prefer to not have to wear the exact same shorts every day, every time I go to the gym. With the exception of like 1 pair that I tend not to wear to the gym, but like they're more than fine to wear to the gym. They're just a bit short. It's like a 4-inch inseam with the line or whatever that comes down. Like, I love wearing those for rock climbing, but I feel like they got a bit too much skin popping out for just like a regular normal gym. So I tend to keep those at the at the ready as a backup pair for if I'm too lazy to do laundry. The rest of the time that they get worn, it's when I go rock climbing or something like that, where I need like more flexibility and that kind of stuff. Ooh, Papa Squat. I gotta go do this. The same thing for t-shirts. I still have t-shirts from when I was in like 6th grade, but as they get more like worn out and like run down, some of my oldest ones have become cutoffs where I just chop off the sleeves, and they become only for when I'm going to the gym shirts. And even then, I don't wear them that frequently. Like, it's got to be fairly warm for me to wear those. But like, I was looking at my, like, I noticed on my time hop that 10 years ago on, maybe it was Tuesday or Wednesday, like 10 years ago, I posted on Instagram and it was showing me the post. And when I looked at like what the post was and like what, like, I noticed the shirt I was wearing and I was like, I wore that shirt to the gym literally last week.
Hello.
That is shocking. I was like, wow. I still have that shirt after 10 years and I still wear it. It's not even like I own the shirt, but I just like, I never wear it. It's like tucked away at the back of my drawer. Like, no, that's like, I've worn this shirt regularly for 10 years. Which is bizarre to me. Like, I really have clothes that old that I still wear. And then people always ask why I never buy new clothes. And I'm like, because I don't need them. Like, since I moved here to Illinois about 13 months ago, I have bought 1 t-shirt, and that was when I was in the Bahamas. I've bought 2 pairs of jeans because I needed them for work. That's it. That's all the clothes I've bought since I moved here. No, I got the McLaren hoodie, the light blue one that you guys have seen me wear in the past. I got that as well. So 2 pairs of jeans, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. I've gotten 4 pieces of clothing since I moved here. No socks, no underwear, no shorts, the 1 t-shirt, no like dress shirts, none of that. I know it's baffling, but
Hola.
you know, I am not into that kind of stuff. Like, I have enough nicer looking clothes that, like, if I'm going out and, like, I want to look presentable, I'm able to not end up just wearing, like, a t-shirt and, like, athletic shorts. Like, I can put together actual outfits and look presentable. I got watches. I don't wear them as of late because when I was at work, I wasn't allowed to. Just part of the safety, whatever. You weren't supposed to have watches. And nowadays, I don't leave the apartment. So, like, or if I do leave the apartment, it's to go to the gym, in which case I don't want to wear a nice watch to go to the gym. Like, if I'm going out for, like, something, then yeah, I'll absolutely wear them. Same thing for, like, the nicer clothes. Like, I have no reason to wear any of this. Like, stream, I tend to just have a t-shirt on or a hoodie. If you go back and find some of my really old clips and, like, stuff like that, you'll notice I have, like, polo shirts on or, like, a nicer, like, short sleeve, like, button down. The only reason I have those shirts on in my streams is because that's what I wore to work. Like, I got home from work and was like, no point in changing, I'll just wear this. But then I was, like, looking at, like, what do other streamers wear? Do they look, like, super presentable and, like, are they wearing very nice outfits? Or are they just wearing one of your college t-shirts from late night breakfast? So that's what I'm wearing. It's also designed to look like the Incredibles 2 logo, if you guys have noticed that. But the light kind of washes itself out. I still need to figure that out. Like, my white face, I look rather pale, but not bad. But the second you try to show anything else, it gets washed out. Like, I uploaded the VOD from when I opened the McLaren, like, scale car, and I had, like, the desk cam and everything was, speaking of desk cam, why are you all screwy? But, and, like, everything was all, like super washed out and it was kind of hard to see. I uploaded that VOD to my YouTube VOD channel, which I haven't told anyone about because the videos are not public. But I was uploading, I didn't upload that video the other day as I worked to catch up on uploading a bunch of VODs. So the plan for the VOD channel is I am not going to upload series that I have dropped. So, like, when I first started streaming this year, I did a bunch of racing games. That was more so just so I can get used to streaming, playing games that I enjoy. I had no intention of actually completing those like career modes and stuff like that. I had every intention to just play those until I got comfortable and confident enough to play some new stuff. And then I started playing new stuff. So I have the Fallout series that's like 17 episodes long. And I want to say it is about 50 hours, 55 hours. And then there's the Dredge series that was 9 episodes. So 9 streams ranging between 2.5 to 4 hours. I don't remember exactly how long all of them put together were, but I want to say it's about 20 hours. Maybe 25 hours. Like I said, I don't know. And then there's the Planet of Lana series and Permadeath series and Subnautica. So those are the ones I'm all working on uploading. You're not going to be able to find the racing VODs. Those are all privated. But right now, all of them, like all the VODs, are private because the music that like is playing that we can both hear, I pay the licensing for, but I have like the lowest tier, in which case I can only have it on a single YouTube channel. And I use that music in my actual YouTube videos as well. So if I planned to play, or if I plan to actually post my VODs, I would have to do it on my main channel, or I would post them and get immediately copyright claimed. So yeah. So the plan is, once I get monetized on YouTube, to go ahead and like spend the first dollars I make on YouTube to upgrade my like licensing subscription to allow multiple YouTube channels, and then we'll just do like a VOD a day for the next several months until we're caught up, and then the VODs will just become available like day after. And then I was thinking about in terms of trying to make revenue and like earn myself money potentially faster, so that I can afford some of this stuff more than 6, 7, 8 months out, which I'm not the type of person who wants to just like farm money from my community. But if you guys like I don't beg for people to subscribe, I don't beg for donations, I don't like, I know YouTube changed their like YouTube partner program requirements so that you can monetize your community earlier now. I originally was not planning to utilize any of those features because I don't want to take money from your guys' pockets. I'd rather take money from ad revenue and ad share, which I wouldn't get with the lowest tier of being monetized as it currently stands on YouTube, which is 500 subscribers, and I'm currently at like 300. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet and at least want to help me get to 500, I would love and appreciate it. But the stuff you get is very similar to like the stuff you get here. So like you can have people can like join like YouTube memberships to your channel, which is basically the same as subscribing here, where like subscribing is basically following, and then joining the membership is like subscribing on Twitch. So I was trying to think like what content and like stuff can I offer that would be worth someone joining like the channel and like doing the channel membership of. One of the only things I can think is access to my VODs, because I don't think you can get custom like auto updating. I hit the wrong button because I'm an idiot. I don't think you can get auto updating like Discord roles like Twitch allows through integrations. Not to mention, so many people don't have their YouTube like channels linked to their Discord in the first place, where a lot more people are willing to link their Twitch even if they don't stream. So like if you look in my Discord right now, there is a role that shows up on the sidebar that says if you're subscribed to me, and if you're online, your name's a different color and it shows you in a different section. That way you get something out of being a subscriber here on Twitch when I'm not live, because when you subscribe you get the emotes, that's really it. Emotes. You earn channel points a little bit faster. You earn them at like a 1.2 rate. So it's I forget exactly what it is, but like you earn about 100 channel points per hour. If you are subscribed, you earn about 120 channel points an hour. I don't know if those are the actual numbers, but it's something like that. Like, it's not a ton. Other than that, you don't really get anything. So it comes down to what can I offer you guys to make it more worth your time if you decide you want to spend money. And I have found very little. Like, granted, I do not have a lot of subscribers. I want to say there's like 1 or 2 of you guys. And I love and appreciate you two, which I don't even think you guys are here. Or if you are here, you haven't said anything in chat. Regardless, maybe in the future, once we have like an actual number of people who are subscribed and number of people who are like regulars and stuff like that, I was planning on having VIP, because that's something that I just have not touched in stream. Like, you can get a little badge next to your name that's a diamond. I have not used VIP because I'm not 100% sure what exactly I want to use as criteria to earn like that VIP whatever. I know some streamers have it just as like a channel point redeem, where if you get like 100,000 channel points, you can grant yourself a VIP role. I don't know about that. Like, VIP is meant to be for like people who are like well known and established in your community and have helped to build your community. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to use those, how I want to decide who gets those. But I've been thinking about it. I also am going to need mods eventually. Right now, you guys are not a rowdy bunch. There tends not to be many of you guys anyway, but you tend to be pretty composed and contained, so I don't have to worry about like having moderators outside of myself. Like, I can tab out of the game if I need to. But in terms of YouTube membership, like, you don't get emotes. There's no channel points. I'm 99% sure it doesn't show on your name if you comment. So I'm not sure what I could really offer in a YouTube membership if anyone wants to join. Like, I am dumb. I am dumb. I clicked for no reason and I released from the controls. So I'm trying to think, like, originally my plan was to upload videos on Sundays. I then kind of changed that strategy to me uploading videos on Saturday for no reason other than it's the day I stream. So I can mention the fact that the video is now out when I am live, but the original plan was to do Sundays. So I might switch back to a Sunday upload, but have it so that members can view the video 24 hours early. Same thing for VODs. Have VODs end up being... Oh, I forgot to turn it back on. But like, I could have VODs be available sooner for members, but the only way I would be able to do that is if they are hang on. If I want to, because the VOD channel is a different channel, which means if you're a membership of the main channel, you are not a member of the VOD channel. I am aware of that. But my plan was the video gets uploaded and scheduled, and then there's I can see a link right away, like the second the upload finishes and it finishes processing. I can see a link that if I were to give you that link, you could view the video right away, like before the video officially goes live. If you have that link, you can watch the video. So my thought was, if I am able to somehow grab who is a member and have it show in like Discord, then I could have a separate Discord channel where YouTube members can like congregate and talk to each other. Or have it just be like YouTube subscribers and Twitch subscribers like together in like a single channel. Because I don't feel the need to have a separate channel for both. And then in that channel, I can just post the link when those videos are uploaded. So you'll be able to see the VOD like the next day. Perfect. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was gonna make that jump. But like, you'll be able to see like the VOD of the stream the next day, and then everyone else will have to wait like a week. Something like that. Like, I feel like that could work. That said, I'm fully aware of the fact that not many people watch VODs anyway, but it's like, it's an extra perk I can give. But the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I can get the integration with YouTube to work. Yeah, I'm safe here. I forgot what was going on. Where I was. This is where I'm going to need to duck. Alright. Yeah. So I don't know. Those are the thoughts I'm having about this whole content creation thing. I also have no clue what video I'm making this week if I am not able to get this zero death run in the next like 2 days. Like, I literally have no idea. Unless I'm gonna like, I know there was an indie game I was looking for that just released. I know I was looking at it. I kind of decided against getting it and playing it because I felt it's not a very like adventure exploration kind of game. It's more kind of styled like this where there's like only one correct way to play. You don't get to explore, you don't get to run around, so like with the exception of the zero death achievement, realistically this game was only going to be 2 streams and like 1 or 2 YouTube videos. Because of the zero death achievement, it's now become like 9 streams because I'm awful at staying alive. But we won't worry about that. And then there's the review, where to find the shrines, and it's going to be the zero death. That's going to be the Planet of Lana suite on the channel. The other game I'm looking at, I don't think it would be more than a review. So I kind of decided to pass on it. But I could get the game, play it off stream, and make the review. Or I could stream like during the day tomorrow and play the game. But it's kind of a... I haven't heard of anyone else who is looking forward to the game going live, like becoming available. I don't even know if there's a category for it on Twitch. I haven't checked, but the game came out today or yesterday. I don't know. I want to say it was today, but it might have been yesterday. I don't know. Time zones are weird. Like, I don't know. Would a Friday midday stream pique your guys' interest? Because if I were to play it, I would need to play a good handful of hours to be able to make a definitive review. But then I also need time to write the review, record the review, edit the review, and then post said review. And if I'm going to try and get that video live by Saturday at 11 a.m. or noon, I would need to start working on... The upload would have to start no later than about 2 hours before I want the video to go live. And then I would have, which would mean I'd have to finish editing the video about 2 hours and 10 minutes before it goes live to give enough time for rendering the video and being ready to start the upload. Which would also mean I need the entire video edited. I would need the thumbnail made and edited. I would need the title, the description. I would need all of that done before I could even record. So if I want to... Long story short, I'd have to start working on that video at like somewhere between 5 and 7 o'clock in the evening. and then work straight through the night to get that video uploaded by noon. So I think, because I was looking at it and kind of doing the math earlier, if I start working on the video, which I already have the overall kind of template for how the reviews would work, so that would help me with the writing, but obviously I haven't played the game, so I don't know how much there is to talk about and everything. But it's still rather worrisome if I were to try to get that video out on Saturday. So maybe this will be the push to the Sunday uploads, because that would give me all of Saturday minus when I go live to get that review made. I don't know, if you guys have any thoughts, if you'd be willing to watch like a midday, like lunchtime to dinner time kind of thing, let me know. If not, don't worry about it. The other option is I just get the game and play on my own and don't stream it. Like I'd still be able to do it, and then I don't have to worry about the time of day that I play the game, which would give me a lot more room for... What are you doing? Okay, anyway. But it would give me a lot more room to play around with what time I'm doing everything. Because realistically, based on when I woke up today, I am not going to be falling asleep particularly early. So if I were to... Oh my gosh. Please. Thank you. So if I were to finish stream in, say, another hour or two, and then raid out, hang out in whoever we raids, chat for a little bit while I download the VOD. Oh, I don't think I have time. I don't think I have time. I don't think I have time. Damn it. Oh, that hurts. Remember like an hour and 40 minutes ago when I said I don't think my first run is going to be the run? I am likely going to die in a stupid way. I do not enjoy that. That was a bummer. Yeah, especially because like I consciously like knew and stated I think I started going a bit late, but I still went for it. Like, why did I not just bail? Do I try again? Like, we're only an hour and 44 minutes in. Saturday was a short stream. Did not stream Tuesday. Today would be a very short stream. Or I could try again, but that'd be looking at like a 4.5 hour stream. That'd be like almost midnight. So or do I start a playthrough and then stop it midway and try to continue it later? I feel like that's dangerous. Yeah, I could save and stop. Like, the little save icon pops up like every 2 minutes. My mentality, though, has been if I try stopping and starting, my like focus is going to be completely different. Because I mean, realistically, I want my weekend or my weekday streams to only be 2 to 3 hours, and then my weekend streams being somewhere between like 3 to 5. And we're at 1 hour and 46 right now, so it's not that much shorter. It's not like this past Saturday where I was only live for like 1 hour and 48 minutes on a day that I normally would do like 3, 4, 5 hours. I'm kind of thinking of being done. Let me quickly just check who is live. I'm not going to definitively decide, but if there's someone live who I do not typically get to raid, then maybe, just maybe, I will consider it. You guys might hear something real fast. Okay, got him muted. I wasn't sure. I think we are gonna finish a bit early. That way we get a chance to be able to return a raid that I haven't been able to do so in a while. Like, we're gonna go see Anomaly Stratic. Let me at least get to the just chatting screen. So we're gonna go say hello to him. Very nice man. Has raided me once officially, and then he tried raiding me a second time, but it was literally as I ended my own stream. Like, we raided out and they raided in, and then my stream ended. Like, I don't end my stream immediately. I tend to let it like linger for a couple seconds. That way I have the like ending screen, like this screen. Like, I want this screen to be showing up so that when it's on YouTube, I have somewhere to put like the end cards, the video playlists, the subscribe. So I intentionally wait like 5 seconds before I like actually end the stream. But oh, you're jumping around. But yeah, he managed to raid in those like 5 seconds, and I was like, you have to be kidding me that happened. That feels so awkward. Like, that one's real bad. Okay. So we are going to get this raid set up. So Anomaly Stratic is currently playing Beyond Contact. I've been kind of watching in without being able to listen for several seconds now, or almost a minute. Either way, whatever. Like I said, very, very nice. Has raided me once for real, attempted once, but we were ending. So I'm gonna go ahead, fire up this raid. If you are following and you want to support me, you can go ahead and copy this one. If you are subscribed and want to support me, you can go ahead and grab this message. I really love and appreciate everyone who is here, everyone who has stuck around, even if you're lurking, even if you're creeping. By all means, I appreciate it. If you guys want to see me on any of my socials, you guys have seen these links all before if you've been around. If you're new here, those are all of the socials. There's postings frequently, common, and often. And if you want to make sure you do not miss anything, you can go ahead and join the Discord. That Discord is where all of the updates go. That is where all of my go live notifications, my video uploads, life updates, all of that information is going to be in the Discord. I would recommend the Discord out of any of those options. Other than that, I say let's rock and roll. I will see you guys on Saturday, hopefully with a new video out right before I go live. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.